which leads me to the bonuses. So,
well, wait. Okay. You are all over the place.
I know.
You need to start at the beginning, my love.
How about you start? You start? Let me get a little food in me.
Yeah, I think that's probably better.
Okay.
So where Marley is chugging down 8 stops before is what she's talking about is this month for us is Christmas in July. And as you know, we talked about last Monday that we have 3 separate things going on. So when she was talking about Josiah before, then he's doing these reels. He's doing one part. So like on our social media, we have a different project highlighted every single day that Josiah is doing. And he's doing his own giveaway. So every day on our social media accounts. So it's on Instagram and it's on Facebook.
Yes.
Chrissy, starting today's the start, is doing all of these things on our website, which basically kind of gives you like, think of like this like Pinterest on our website. So like every day she's going to have a whole different category that she's talking about of the things you might want to pin or think about or print out later of like, hey, I want to make that for the holidays type of thing. So all sorts of she's basically curated things that we've done and things that other designers have done and has links for all of you on all of them. So it starts today and it goes until the 31st. And then our lovely Marley, where we're getting closer. We're still not there yet, Marley. Still not there yet. Marley is running a make-along. So we normally do a make-along in July. We've done stockings for the past 3 years. And so we were all done with stockings. Bye-bye. So we are starting something brand new. And the name of it is, Marley?
Sleigh the Holiday. Like sleigh. Slay, girl. Slay.
So this year, as always, there's a free event, there's a paid event. And this year we have 2 separate projects. So there's Cowls and there's sweaters. The sweaters are only paid, but it splits off. So Marley, can you start by telling us about the free part of your make-along and what it is?
Yes, I can do that. Okay. You know what? Should I share screen?
Sure.
Should I do that? So I'm going to do it this way because the other one was giving me trouble. And can I also tell you, every time I laugh, I laugh and my chair goes like it squeaks. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. All right, am I sharing? There we are. So if you don't know, this is marleybird.com. And all I did here is I went up here to the blog. Oh, I can't. So I went over here to the blog and I just clicked on blog. So it opened up. So I just wanted to show you how easy it is to get where we are like today, because everything's right here. So everything that she spoke about immediately, you can find all that information in this blog post where it's like, what's happening in July. But what we're going to talk about right now is the Sleigh the Holiday Make-Along. So I'm going to click on this.
But real quick, the very first one was what Chrissy was doing.
Yeah. That's this one. This is the 25 days of Christmas, this one here. Yeah. And then this is the first day.
Right. So so if you go to the website on the blog, it will explain everything.
Yeah.
But just keep checking back because Chrissy has all these great posts that are coming one every single day. There's just constantly.
And she's linking them all in this blog post. So if you just wanted to put this in your bookmark up here, you can get it every day. Yeah. Okay. Sleigh the Holiday. Here we go. So I didn't do a whole big funnel thing. So I was like, you know what? We're going to do it there. So this is a free event. Let me rephrase that, or not rephrase that. Say that again. This is a free event. You do not have to purchase anything. But of course, with the free event, it's limited what you get for free. Of course, you're going to get more if you do what I'm calling the pattern upgrade or the VIP experience. 2 different things. Okay. So we'll go through what these are. So the make-along is totally free. And for the make-along, if you're doing the free one, and you'll get these also for the pattern upgrade or the VIP, we're doing Dancer's Delight Knit Cowl. This is the link on Ravelry if you want to go. There's no pictures. It's a mystery, y'all. The Vixen's Vibe crochet cowl. Here's the link on Ravelry if you want to go like it, favorite, do all the things. Okay. Both of those are set in stone. Here's the pattern. Like if you were to buy it on Ravelry, here's the pattern. No alteration. Here's the pattern. You'll have video tutorials as the pattern is dripped out over the course of the make-along, hosted right here on YouTube. So you'll have the instructions on the website with ads to support that. And then you'll have the videos on YouTube with ads to support that. Okay. So that's how we're able to do things for free like this. Okay. As I mentioned, each of the patterns that are going to be released on the blog during the event. So it's dripped out. That's what we call it. So throughout the 2 weeks of the event, July 11th through the 31st, we will drip out each part of the pattern so that you will be able to follow along and not get overwhelmed. All right. So if you want to join the free version, you absolutely can. It is a mystery. Once you sign up, you can either click here, or as I keep scrolling, you're going to see there's a form. You sign up. The email and you'll get emailed to you the supply list for both of the cowls. Okay. So you'll get the supply list once you sign up. If you're interested in the promo video, here it is right here. You guys can watch it. I did a very good job. Can I just start it real quick? Cause I'm just so proud of it. Well, we're going to,
now we got to watch
through the ad real quick. Speaking of ads, but it's so good. I'm just so proud of my little video I did. That's a long ad. That's all right. Thanks for your business, everybody. I'm drinking my protein shake today.
The ones that you love. Now you can do an ad for the protein shake.
Yeah.
I thought your little intro here is real cute.
Thank you.
We can't hear anything, but that's okay.
Of course.
But we can see how smiley you are and how happy you are. But it's okay. If everybody wants to see it, they can just click on the website.
Well, you guys can find it. It's just very, very happy. Please go watch it because I'm very happy with it. Okay. So originally I had the next section here all about the cowls, but I was really afraid people would be like, oh, I'm going to buy the cowls. And then, oh, I'm going to go buy VIP. But if you buy VIP, you get the cowls. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I put the VIP information up here first, because I want people to understand with the VIP, you get the cowls, which is the pattern upgrade cowl, and you get the VIP experience, which is the not so ugly Christmas sweater. So it's like you're getting 2 make-alongs in one when you get the VIP experience. Now, because the economy is the way the economy is, I wanted to make sure people could just get the cowls if that's all they wanted, which is why I also did the pattern upgrade, which is half the price. Does that make sense? So that's the reason for not just having VIP. I wanted to give people an option if they only wanted a cowl and they wanted the pattern upgrade, that they can get that. Okay. So what it means here by getting both patterns, it means you're getting the not so ugly Christmas sweater and the cowl. So you could get the knitting one or the crochet one. You could buy both. You just have to buy them separately. But you're going to get all of this, including the written instructions, the videos, the PDFs, the charts, all the bonus stuff that goes inside the Marley Birdhouse. So it is all yours, unlimited access. Even after the event, you can come back to it and work on it on your own time. Like it is yours, and it'll be ready for there when you're ready, always. Right? So that's the VIP experience. As of today, we have the VIP experience for $20. That price will be going up on Wednesday. Just giving everybody a heads up, because
for $20, you get the crochet sweater and crochet cowl, plus a ton of bonuses, which we'll talk about later.
A ton of bonuses. Yeah. Like
lots of, obviously the knit sweater and the knit cowl.
Yes.
That's the VIP experience for $20.
Yeah. And because I don't have pictures of those, I was like, well, I'll show you pictures of the yarn. So I took pretty pictures of the yarn.
And just if anyone didn't hear, it's a mystery make-along.
Yes.
It's like Christmas in July mystery
Christmas. Make-along. There's a reason we called it Christmas. It's not a holiday sweater. It's a Christmas sweater. So it's a not so ugly Christmas sweater. I chose the yarn for the sweaters. I chose yarn from Michaels, trying to make it really easy and accessible. Do you have to use the yarn from Michaels? No, you can use whatever yarn you want. But that's what these pictures are. Okay, so this is a DK weight yarn here for the Luxe Merino, which, by the way, guys, is the first time I've ever used it, and I really, really, really like it. And then this is the worsted weight Impeccable. Okay, so now we're going to scroll down. This is the only cowl pattern. So what this is like, okay, yeah, VIP sounds great, but maybe I'm not ready to make a sweater. I don't really want to make a sweater, but I really do want to make the cowl. But I want an uninterrupted crafting experience. I don't want to deal with all the ads. Trust me, you guys, I get it. If I didn't have to have ads on my website and I just made money, that would be ideal. Like, I would love to just have that. I can't, though. That's how I'm able to give things out for free, okay? So I understand when you want to just have the pattern and everything all pretty. So instead of making it to where it's just like a Ravelry download, I'm giving you the same experience of having everything inside the Marley Birdhouse. So we did what's called the pattern upgrade, which is the pattern and everything broken down inside the birdhouse. I'll show you that in a minute. So please don't leave me. Don't leave here yet. But what you get with the pattern upgrade is you'll get either one of the cowl patterns dripped out over time, just like the free one, but everything is in its own lesson. So you get the instructions, you'll get the video, and any sort of bonus content that comes with that. You also are going to get stitch fiddle links so that you'll be able to go to all of the different charts we will be using. If you want to change colors, you can mess around with that. That is also very useful for the bonuses that I'm going to be giving you for all of that as well. At the very end of the make-along, you'll get a fully formatted printable PDF of the pattern, and that's the one like we would sell on Ravelry later on that doesn't have all of everything you're getting, because the pattern itself will, when it has video links, it'll be linked to the YouTube videos, not the private Vimeo videos, because you're getting videos that don't have ads. So this is literally, it's like a VIP without the sweater is what it is. So all of it is in the birdhouse, so you have unlimited access. And then I wanted to make sure that people realized, again, if you want the VIP experience, you already got the cowl in that, so you don't have to buy both. It's one or the other. You don't have to buy any. But am I making sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that is $10. So $10 for everything housed in the Marley Birdhouse, organized and just awesome. And don't think it's just $10 for one pattern, because we're going to talk about those bonuses. It's more than a pattern. I'm going to keep going here. It starts July 11th, which is Friday. It starts Friday. Friday. And then the information will be released from there over the course of 2 weeks. And I have dates written down, but I'm going to be flexible with those, because I'm going to kind of feel how everybody's feeling, because the last thing I want is for you guys to be stressed. So if I give you something and my next release is supposed to be like on a Wednesday and I'm like, nobody is ready, I'm going to push it to Thursday. Like, I'm going to just kind of play around with that. It's not that I'm going to do that. I want to have that option. Does that make sense? I don't want anybody to feel overwhelmed. And if I can balance out and take away anybody's stress by just being like, hey, you get one more day before you actually have the next set of information, I'm going to do that. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. How to join. So you can sign up for free. So there's another link right here, but don't worry, there's a form as we keep scrolling. You can treat yourself to the pattern upgrade. So you could upgrade to the knit cowl or upgrade to the crochet cowl, or you could get VIP where you get the sweater and the cowl, either the knit or the crochet. Everything will begin. I have it at 12:30 on the 11th, right? I never put anything out at 8 a.m. Same rule as I don't do things on Mondays. I don't do things in the morning. I always do it at noon or a little bit later. So 12:30 on the 11th. This here is the form. So even if you clicked that link to go to a form, this is it. This is what you'd be seeing. So you just add your email address.
And when you do the form, that is signing you up for the emails for the make-along.
It's signing you up for it's signing you up for the newsletter too, but specifically when I'm doing the make-along, I will send out emails specific to the make-along, so it doesn't go to everybody. Right. Does that make sense? But yes, when you sign up, you are also joining the Marley Bird newsletter.
If you've unsubscribed in the past, does this resubscribe you?
Yes, as long as your email did not bounce. If your email bounced and and the system unsubscribed you, there's a whole thing I have to go through to get you re-added, because it's a whole legal thing. So I have to contact ConvertKit and have them re-add you, but there has to be like this confirmation that you're really wanting to be re-added. Like, it's a whole safety thing. So yeah, it's
And when they sign up, they should be getting an email with the supply list.
So once you sign up, you'll get an email that says you have to confirm your subscription. Again, that's to protect us legally from adding anybody unnecessarily. So you have to click subscribe. And when you do that, you'll get the download for the supply list for the Cowls.
And if you already are subscribed, do you still get that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So if all of that does not happen, what should they
just
do?
Email us. contact@marleybird.com. Always reach out to us at contact@marleybird.com. Chrissy and Sharon are, and I jump into, like, we're there to help out whenever we can.
Because technology is not always everyone's
It's not always our friend. And just a reminder, this is only for the Cowls. Because the Cowls are free, that's why you're getting the supply list for the Cowls. The supply list for the sweaters is inside the Marley Birdhouse. So if you buy VIP, you can get your supply list.
You get your own. Yeah, you're not going to
you get your own.
This is just for the
Cowls. Right. You can make sure you're part of the Facebook group, and then that's how that goes. So inside the Marley Birdhouse, say that you purchased the pattern upgrade or VIP. Once you purchase, I need to reload this because I didn't refresh it. So say you purchase both VIPs. If you purchase both VIPs, you're going to get both of the Cowls and both of the sweaters. Here's my knit sweater. Here's my crochet sweater. See how they're like all in their own, I'm going to call it workshop course sort of thing. They're all in their own big binder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you open this, I'm going to view the knit one first. I click view product. It takes me to the product page. Here is my welcome information. If you are actually on marleybird.com just viewing what's available, you'll have a different information here. Like it's the, like, here's what it all is. But when you sign in, this is all the information you get. It's, again, reminding people how it's worked. But you'll notice right here, we have 3 of the modules. These are called modules. 3 of the modules are open and the others are faded out. But see down here, it says unlocks July 11th, unlocks July 11th, unlocks July 14th. Now, what's going to happen is on these dates, these will then become like this. But I'm going to throw this out here. It's going to throw everybody off. Because I'm not unlocking these until 12:30, the day of, this is going to say the 12th until 12:30. They don't allow me to set it for a time. Like, I can't set it for open it on the 11th at 12:30. Like, I wish they did, because then that'd be just so much easier. But these will each open up individually as the course goes along. So you'll get all of the instructions you need. With me so far? Okay. So when you have a module, you'll click on the module. You come inside here. I usually have a big, like, sort of information thing of what's going on. You can click next lesson, which will take you right here to this. This is the lesson. These are the lessons over here, the introduction video. So I have an entire introduction video, again, explaining what you're doing, how it's going to be all worked up here in the Marley Birdhouse. And you can go from there. You can mark this as complete, and it takes you to the next lesson. So the next lesson, or the next module is supply list. All right. So even though you were emailed the supply list, I also have it in here, right? So if you didn't get it, you did get VIP, it's in here also. Everything is written in here. I can click next lesson. Here's your download. So you can click this and it will download that PDF again that you got when you signed up. Make sense? For the crochet one, this is where the crochet one ends. Knit one, I wanted to go ahead and add this module for preventing and fixing mistakes. And essentially what this is, it is a variety of YouTube videos that I have done to help fix mistakes. So if you came across a problem as you're working on your cowl as knitters, this is a quick little place you can go to learn how to fix mistakes, right? Add a lifeline. How do you tink? How do you do duplicate stitch? Little things like that, right? So it's just a little informational thing of, hey, I want to make sure you have what you need.
And if you know any of our patterns, we include almost all of those in every single pattern that we do.
Yeah.
They're just good to bookmark kind of things.
You can see up here, I just clicked on this. It just takes me back to my main page here where I can scroll down and I can see, any of the others I want to jump to. And then I didn't show this in here. When I click on view module, I don't know. Can you see if I click jump to another mod? Do you see the drop down?
No.
You don't? Okay, so if I click here where it says jump to another module, a drop-down menu shows up of all the modules that are actually open and available. So that is a quick way that you could jump to, like you could go from fixing mistakes to chart number 3. You know what I mean? I'm going to come back to my main page here where it's the same idea with Vixen's Vibe. Over here, and you can see here 5% complete because I clicked complete on that one. So if you're somebody who really likes to make sure everything's complete, make sure you click complete on everything. The You'll Be Styling Knit Sweater. Let's go ahead and look at that one. Same idea. Here's all the information you get. And hopefully you can see here the value of what it is you're getting when you get the knit, the pattern upgrade or the VIP. Again, there's a welcome page, supply list, preventing mistakes. Same sort of idea, different video. Like this is a different video, different supply list, same fixing mistakes because it's general, right? I need to change that image right there. Yeah. But same thing, I'm going to have a whole thing on how to use stitch fiddle, ribbing, back of the neck, so on and so forth, like all the little bits of the pieces that you need. I'm also going to change that too, so that it matches that. How did I not change that? I changed it on the other one. This is really fun. I've been adding this to a lot of my different courses, how to make a row counter. It's the same thing from a lot of the other ones. Because it's helpful. If you're looking to make something fun, maybe you want to make something that is holiday oriented, like it's fun to make a row counter. So I always add that in there, but it's the same sort of idea. Everything is dripped out and it's all housed right here. And like I said, you have unlimited access. So when everything is said and done, I can come back in here and I can go through all the different things that I have available, that I've purchased. If I'm looking for something specific, I can come to categories. There's a drop-down menu here and it says workshops, pattern collections, pattern individual, purchase bonuses, or VIP. If you know what you're looking for, you could click one of those. I keep mine on all categories just so that I can see everything that I have here. But this is what my Marley Birdhouse looks like because I have all the things, right? I have all the things that we've ever put out. And so I know there are a couple of you out there that it looks the exact same way because you've literally purchased everything. But there's everything you can imagine in one place. So once you buy it, you have access to all of this. So you don't have to think to yourself, oh, I have to go print this out right now or I'm not going to have it. No, it's all right here. Everything is here ready for you whenever you want it. Like, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in here. And it's I have your shape architecture thing in there. You won't have that yet.
It's not showing up yet.
I don't know, I'll have to look. But yeah. So this is all the stuff. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I had all of this. So that is the Marley Birdhouse, guys. So if you go to marleybirdhouse.com, really, so these are the products and you can see what's available, what you have in your house as you sign up. Yeah, that's how that goes.
Okay. So
any questions?
Yeah. So first off, there's a lot more that's going on here. So yes, it is a mystery. You want to make it, there we go.
I'm trying. I didn't want to do it.
Circles are fine. I'm fine with circles. Let's talk for a minute about the sweater. First off, yarn for the sweater for the knit sweater is what? Can you show us that?
Loops and thread, impeccable. So it's just like, it's a worsted weight, what do they call it? Luxury acrylic, I think is what it's been called. Premium acrylic. Yeah. It's nice to work with. The colors of all the motif stuff I've done in solids for the most part. The pattern that the color I used for my body is a tweed. You don't have to use it. You can use a solid. You don't have to use a tweed, guys. But I think I told you guys this story. I asked John what he wanted. And he was like, well, of course you want the one with all the little bits of color. Because this tweed, it has like all the little colors in it. And I was like, you're right. I do. I really do. So you guys want a sneak peek? I'll give you a sneak peek. Like, look how pretty all the colors look. All the little bits of color.
So I don't know how much you're telling them, but I would tell them the knit sweater is top down.
Yes. I told them that.
Is a top down sweater. Okay.
Yep. It's a top down sweater and it's considered a classic fit. Like you want it to be a classic fit.
It's like 2 to 4 inches bigger than your bust size. Not like a cross,
that's the same
like
for
all
the
way around.
crochet.
So like it's only like it's not a tight fit, but it's a classic fit. Okay. And in terms of yarn, so it's an acrylic yarn, worsted weight. You can substitute whatever you want.
Yes.
If you need to substitute. Okay.
Yeah.
Crochet sweater. Sweater. What yarn are you using?
I am using the Luxe Merino. So this is a merino acrylic blend. Excuse me. It's like a what did they call it's a size 3. So it's like a DK weight. It's like a thinner weight. It is lovely. Like, yeah, I am very excited that I'm going to have a full garment in this.
Yeah.
You're using it too.
Yeah. Like it's very
nice.
It's nice. It's a nice yarn.
Yeah.
And with this one, again, it's a DK weight. So you could use whatever you want. So like if you had your stuff left over from Prism, you never did Prism and you want to use that, fine. Now, crochet is different. What's the construction on the crochet?
Crochet is bottom up. So knit is top down with decorations along the yoke. And I'm going to give a bonus there in a minute. Crochet is bottom up with just plain color up in this area. So all the detail is down here.
All the color work will be down here. They're not pieced together.
No,
so like,
they're still in the round.
It's in the round.
With the exception of like bottom up, you got to make the sleeves and then add them in. So you'll have the sleeves and the body completed, and then you're all the way around. So like everything's still in the round.
Crocheters, if you've done amigurumi, where like you've had like multiple legs and then you like join them together, that's how a sweater would go. You would have the body, you have the arms, and then you're going to crochet around the whole thing and then decrease. With crochet, it's also classic fit. So it also is not, we want to be real careful with this. It's not oversized. Like other sweaters we've done have been oversized. That's not this. This is classically fit.
Right. It's written to be like, I wrote all the site. They're no more than 4 inches off what the real bust size is, which is considered a classic fit.
Right.
A comfortable fit.
Cowls. So the knit cowl, you're using what yarn? You can't remember, which is
my brain went blank. No. It's that. It's Brava Tweed. I'm like, no, I just posted a picture of it. It's Brava Tweed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's Brava Tweed. Do you want me to grab it? We've used it before.
Yeah.
So Brava Tweed. You don't have to use a tweed. You guys know I love a tweed. So I went with Brava Tweed. You could use Brava regular. You could use.
And that's acrylic and it's a worsted weight. So we try to do it so that you could substitute. And for the most part, you're only going to need a little bit of every color when it comes to the cowls. So feel free to sub. Crochet yarn is what?
Brava Sport Weight.
Brava Sport.
So it's both Brava, but they have a sport weight in a lot of different colors. And so I thought that was really great. So I used Brava Sport Weight for the cowl.
I've made a hat with the Brava Sport in the color work, and it works out great.
Yeah.
So again, try to use things that you could easily substitute, or if you have leftovers, you can use it from another project. Try to make it as easy as we can.
So a question that was asked in the Marley's Minions group is, if they use the same colors for the cowl and the sweater, is there enough of one ball of yarn to go for both? My answer is I can't answer that because I don't know, one, what size you're making, and I don't know how often you're going to use that color. So you could chance it and just be like, okay, if you have to change colors. Yeah. But I mean, I literally cannot answer that. Okay. I don't know.
So I think this goes right into your bonuses. Okay. This is why Marley can't answer it. If you're doing the free version, we know exactly what you're doing because we know what chart you're going to use. But if you're doing the pattern up, if you're doing the VIP, Marley, tell them what they get. What's the bonuses?
All right, so we'll start with the pattern upgrade for the cowls because I'm very excited. You are going to get the patterns for Dancer's Delight and Vixen's Vibe, but then you're also going to get the pattern charts for 3 other designs. So it's essentially you're getting 3 more patterns plus the one that is already made. Does that make sense? So you get like Vixen's Vibe. And then there are 3 other charts you could use in place of what is Vixen's Vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like 4 patterns.
So you're getting 1 pattern, Vixen's Vibe or Dancer's Delight.
Uh-huh.
And then you're getting 3 more charts. So it's like you're getting 4 charts.
Yeah. 4 charts. So you can make 4 different cowls.
So that's where the problem comes.
And they're all different.
They're all different. They all use different amounts of yarn. So not meaning like they're all color work, but some might use more brown than the other one. But like whatever color, like, name a color.
Yeah. Like I was gonna say, like one has a reindeer, one has a penguin. Completely different colors.
Right. They're not the same.
Not the same colors.
Sweaters.
Yes.
Sweaters. What's the bonus in the sweater? Which is definitely confuses everything. Okay. This is where we really start to have problems.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the knit sweater. So the knit sweater, it's top down. Should I show them what the chart looks like for the top down?
No, absolutely not. This is a mystery.
Okay, so it's top down, and you can choose to stop after the yoke color work is done and continue on in one color stockinette.
So you think of like Prism. Like in Prism, it was just won't go as the head color.
Yeah.
And then the bottom was solid.
Yeah. But of course it's a sweater, so the armholes will be higher up. Oh yeah. So you could do that. We've also written it to where it's literally all over color work. So you could have color work down the sleeves, down all the body, and like it's all color work all the time. So you have that option.
Right.
And then I'm literally sitting here playing with another option for just another yoke portion. I won't do another all over portion because it's just so much work, but I was playing around with another yoke portion one. Here's the trouble, guys, is the sweaters, both the crochet and the knit sweaters, the charts are specific to each size. So with the knit sweater specifically, like there is a yoke chart for just the extra small to medium or whatever. There's a yoke chart for just the 2X, is it 2X, 3X? Just you know what I mean? Like they're all individual. So you can follow just your chart. And so if I change anything, I need to make sure it works across all of the different charts. So essentially that means you're getting like 3 patterns for one VIP sweater price, which is why the price will go up to $25, because it's more than just a cowl pattern and a sweater pattern, because just what we spoke about with the pattern upgrade for the cowls, you get that in the VIP also. Like that's all yours. So you're getting all of it. Yeah. So that's the knit one.
Crochet sweater.
How do I explain this? So the crochet sweater, because each of the different sizes, in order to make the ease and everything work out, some of the motifs are 20 stitches, some are 21, some are 22, like so on and so forth. So again, each size has its own specific motif, its own specific, all the things, right? So what you're going to get is essentially like, I'm going to call it like a motif library for your size, that you could go in and choose whatever motifs you want that fit in the space that we have planned out for your sweater. So essentially your sweater becomes like a template that you can then go in and say, you know what, I'm going to do a snowflake, and I'm going to do a snowman, and I'm going to do holly. I don't know, whatever. You know what I mean? Like you decide that's what you want to do instead of what I've actually designed the sweater to look like. Like you're getting, again, more options specific to your size, because they're all different. Like it's not just like I can say, oh, here's one chart like I can with the cowl. Like I know how many stitches the cowl is. I could say you can put this one in and this works. All of the sizes are different. So there's 9 sizes. It's 9 times the amount. It's so much work. So that's the sweater. So the sweater is sort of like a make your own
adventure a little bit. But
which you can't use that term because it's trademarked. But yeah.
Right. And the knit one isn't really like that, because the way that the yoke works. Because
we have the yoke. Because all the color works up here. So you've got the shaping, and
it doesn't work for you to like pop your thing in.
Yeah.
As well. So
yeah,
that's why like everything is very different.
Yes.
For every single one. But
So I'm doing 4 make-alongs, y'all.
Right. So like when it came to Prism, it's different because it was oversized and everybody could use the same one because we were making it so big, and there was like essentially like 4 sizes. It wasn't as much. But when it comes to sweaters, it has to be more tailored, and so it's a little different. Now, with all of this, now we've said a lot of different things.
Yes, it's a whole lot of stuff.
Let's talk about style, as you were. So you were using the word motif. And what you mean is the picture. Think of everybody think of an ugly Christmas sweater. That what she means is the picture. Like,
that's called a motif.
But like it's like the little picture of the snowman walking across, or reindeer walking across. So talk about a little bit about the style that you were going for, because when it comes to like Christmassy holiday things, there's a lot of different styles. What specifically are you thinking about? Because it is a mystery, so no one sees it yet.
Right. So I chose to do some things a little bit kitschy, I think I would say.
I think it's
because you know, when you think of people saying, "Oh, I'm going to get an ugly Christmas sweater," my statement is, why does it have to be ugly? Like, there's cute Christmassy stuff, like kitschy Christmassy stuff. It doesn't have to be ugly. But so I've made some kitschy motifs that you can use. Some, like, I call them like relief motifs, like snowflakes or diamonds or checks or things like that too. There are things that you think about that are Christmas oriented. I didn't do anything outside of Christmas, though. I didn't, like how we've done other things, like random things for Merry Stitchmas. I kept it very Christmas because it was the not so ugly Christmas sweater. So that's why I kept it in that kind of frame of mind. But yeah, I would think kind of kitschy and fun, which is why if you look at the colors, they aren't necessarily Christmassy colors. Like, I had fun with the colors. Like, one of the best things you could do is go look at like some color, what are those called? Like color inspiration sort of things, like where it takes a picture and it pulls the colors out. You'd be like, oh, I like those colors together, and play with it. Like there's some holly, there's some ornament, there's some presents, there are some animals, there's some like figures, like faces. There are I don't know, Christmassy things. Like
I think, yeah, I think that's the best way of saying it. So, because we're still trying to keep this a mystery, that yes, there are some things that are more winter themed, but it's definitely very, if you thought of the best way I can say, if you think of an ugly Christmas sweater that you think is cute, not that it's like, ugh, ugly, like that's cute. That's the type of things that you're going to be getting.
That's
so think of like, you know, you think of the imagery of, and there's nothing wrong with saying like think of, you know, gingerbread houses and gumdrops and
candy,
cute things. Now, if this whole mystery is stressing you out,
just wait. I get it. Not everybody likes a mystery. I totally understand.
Well, and everything will be out at the end of the month. So you can just wait, and it still would be August, and you would still have plenty of time to make your holiday sweater or cowl or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Now, there is quite the variety of things that Marley has designed. Like all of those pictures are quite a lot. But I will say that, like, if you are hoping for a Hanukkah sweater, that is not what we have. It's definitely Christmas themed. Now, are there designs in the bonuses that are 100% winter? Absolutely. So for me, I can speak for me as a Jewish person, I would get it. But you have to understand, that's me. I celebrate both Hanukkah and Christmas. So there's plenty of wintry stuff in there for me. Now, Sherry, who is our knitting expert with Marley, she's also Jewish. She wouldn't wear this at all. Granted, I've never seen Sherry wear a sweater in my entire life. So that has a lot more to do with Sherry. Like, am I right? Like, but like,
who we love her so very much.
Oh my God, adore. But still, like,
love her.
She would say, no, thank you. So I would say if you are only Jewish, I would wait. Mm-hmm. I would wait and see if there's enough wintry things in there that you like, because I don't know you.
I don't want you to get it and be unhappy. Like, I'd rather you just wait and see.
No, I don't. I just don't think you need to wait. Just wait and see. But if you're in for some kitsch for Christmas,
kitschy Christmas,
I think you're 100% going to be happy
and have fun. And you'll notice, like, in the supply list, we were I'm going to say insistent that there are particular colors we think you should have. Like, you should have white, you should have brown, you should have black. I think those are the only 3 colors. And that does not mean one of those is your main color. That's just, we're saying, make sure you have those 3 colors somewhere in your palette, and then pick whatever else color you want. Like, if you wanted white to be your main color, you could, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't, but that's not me.
So our little clue in there has a lot to what you would make something with white, brown, and black. Is a little clue to what one of the motifs might be.
Yeah.
But you need lots of color. So it's really helpful if you have lots of color all over the place, because you're not designing a brown cowl.
Yeah. Right.
What we're saying. We just it's like amigurumi. You would probably need white and black and amigurumi too, if you think of what you were making.
Yeah. So, I mean, we just wanted you to have some fun with it. Like, have, and the yarn is as inexpensive as you could possibly get. Like, I think there's actually a sale on We Crochet right now for Brava and stuff. I think it's like $3 a ball. I'm not even sure. But like, if you're somebody who's like, oh, I want to get a lot, like, you could get a variety of colors. Or if you have Swish DK or Swish left over, you absolutely could use that for these patterns. Like, absolutely. Yeah, like you could. And then one thing I've seen commented quite a bit, actually, which is surprising to me, given how many times we've talked about it and the Swancho sample is complete, is people are really worried that the crochet is stiff because colorwork makes crochet stiff. Not my colorwork, not my designs, not the way I teach it, not the way I write the gauge. Like, you guys saw the Swancho, it has a lot of flow and drape to it. And it's just the way I do my color work and the way I teach it, how we don't go over the floats, and we are very careful with the way things are done. But yeah, there are color work crochet out there that's really stiff, and like, that's what, if it's for a basket stuff, that's what it's for. I don't want that in my design.
But yeah, the whole point of this was that you could use some leftover yarn and do something fun. And also that you would have plenty of time. If mysteries are not your thing, if you want to wait, you totally can.
Yeah.
It's not like when the price is raised, it's going to be astronomical. No. That's not how we do anything. It's just, yes, you get a discount if you don't know anything right now.
Yeah, rightly so, right? Like,
but it's not going to be all of a sudden it's $500 because we didn't do that. And then
no.
So don't forget, there's 4 different yarns for the 4 different projects. They're completely different yarns. It's like, whew. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, if you're doing a sweater, you have to do gauge.
You have to do gauge.
You have to do
gauge. Have to.
If you're doing the cowls, you could get away with not doing gauge.
Yeah.
But you definitely, with the crochet one in particular, it could be really tight. And so Marley goes through the whole thing with it of like how to make it loose, because who wants it to be like this? Like
a neck brace.
Right. You want it to be loose, but who cares if yours is, an inch or two bigger?
Right. Yes, you will have a chart included in the free version of the cowl, because you have to have a chart to follow along with. So yes, there will be charts available. You will not have the stitch fiddle links though, and you will not have the color blocks if those are appropriate for what you're making. You won't have color blocks either. You'll just have a chart. Yeah.
And some people don't even know what that is or care.
Right.
But some people are super into it.
Yes. And I will say all the links that we put in the supply list and stuff, those are my affiliate links. So if you order yarn from Michael's, whether you're picking it up at the store or having it delivered to you, if you use my link, I make a little bit of money from it, which is always incredibly helpful. Same thing with We Crochet or anything like that. And you don't have to use the yarn we chose. You can buy whatever you want. Yeah. And whatever you buy, we end up making money on that. I'll even add links to the end of this. I think on this podcast, I can put preferred product or recommended products, and I'll add the Michael's, the Impeccable, and the Luxe Merino products to this so that you guys can see. Those are affiliate links too. So if you buy anything, if you're just clicking directly here from YouTube, you get them there also.
And I will say you're going to need a bunch of different colors.
Yes.
Having only 4 colors or 3 colors is not going to be enough. You're not going to be happy with what you want.
I think we put in there 10 colors to like...
I thought it was like 8 or 9 colors.
8 or 9?
You're going to want a lot. Now, at the same time, you're not going to use a lot of it. So if you have stuff left over, feel free to use that and just get like, she was like, no, I can't sit there.
She's like, no.
And then just, buy more of your main color.
What is this, Dawn? I have the Vixen's Vibe cowl, and right next to it, I have the You'll Be Stylin' knit sweater. Did you not order the knit one, Dawn? If you need the crochet one, I'll swap it out. I can fix that. You know what? Honestly, Dawn, just send an email to Chrissy over at contact@marleybird.com. If you're missing something or you need something more, like just let us know.
It backwards.
Yeah.
However it is.
We'll get it taken care of. I mean, technology. Listen, this is how it works. You guys buy it from ThriveCart. ThriveCart sends this little thing to ConvertKit that says, hey, put them in the Vixen's Vibe tag. And then this tag over here in the Marley Bird house, it says, hey, whenever this tag is used, make sure you add them to this course. So if any of those points are broken, everything goes kapooey. So,
and we get the weirdest things, and you're like, everything should be linked.
Yes.
Everything should be linked.
Yeah. Everything should be like, everything is linked, whether you just buy the main offer, say you add on the Mary Stitchmas, like you're automatically added to a tag in Mary Stitchmas, which automatically sends you an email giving you instructions on what to do. It automatically tells Marley Birdhouse, put them in Mary Stitchmas to where you can go into Mary Stitchmas. Yeah. And sometimes people misspell their email address. It happens all the time. So if it's not showing up or for whatever reason, instructions aren't being sent to you, just send us an email, contact@marleybird.com. We can always go find your transaction. And more often than not, it's a letter is misspelled somewhere. And so it happens a lot. Yeah, we can fix all of that.
But yeah, please send us an email, Dawn. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I can fix that. No problem. What is the correct yarn for what?
So this is what we were trying to tell you. There's 4 different yarns for 4 different projects.
Okay.
The correct yarn for the cowl is the Brava Sport.
So what supply list is she looking at though? That's the question.
She was saying that here we were saying it was impeccable because we are. So it's impeccable for the sweater.
For the
knit sweater.
So crochet
again, cowl.
Brava Sport.
Crochet cowl is Brava Sport.
The sweater is Luxe Merino. These are interchangeable too. If you want to do one for the other, you could do that too. Right. Like I just chose 2 different yarns, but they're this. You could swap them. All right. So this is crochet. Crochet is thinner yarn. So Luxe Merino and Brava Sport. Knitting is is the Impeccable and Brava Tweed, which you could just use Brava, or you could use Barocco Vintage. I mean, you could use, it's a worsted weight yarn. You could use whatever you want.
Yarn, yeah.
And again, these are interchangeable. Mm-hmm. Whatever you want to do. The only big thing we said is black, white, and brown for the pieces. That's all I can think of. The Make-Along is a cowl. So the free Make-Along is a cowl. But you could also get the VIP experience where there's also a Make-Along going along for a not so ugly Christmas sweater. Yeah. And if you upgrade to the pattern upgrade of the cowl, you get more than just the cowl pattern option. You have other charts you could use instead of the one that is the Vixen's Vibe or Dancer's Delight, and which the name should give it away. You would think
it might be.
Of what it might be.
Which is why I was saying wait and see. Like, just what do you think that means? Anyway, and you might be into it. It's very hard. Anyway.
I mean, when all is said and done, we're going to have this
super confusing. And I can't tell you how many times I've asked Marley, wait, what? Wait, what? So like, please,
I had to draw like a diagram
because I have been cracking up because there's so many things going on. And then all the great stuff, because you can't forget all the great stuff that Josiah's doing and all the great stuff that Christy's doing. And so when you're I'm just in the support position this time around. And so I'm like, when's that need? When are we doing that? Mm-hmm. Who's doing what?
Yeah, so there's a whole lot happening.
There's a lot going on. So we totally understand that it's very, very confusing. Nothing is making sense.
I mean, at the end of the day, I could have just chosen to do cowls. I could have just done that. But if you guys knew how many messages I got asking for a not so ugly Christmas sweater or a Christmas sweater, but you guys named it the not so ugly. If you only knew how many people asked me for that during the Swan Show, I was like, well, I need to do this.
Right.
And so, I mean, this is my ADHD brain, guys. I can't do just one thing. I got to do multiple things. It's just, this is where my happy place is. So yeah, I'm making the sample sweater for You'll Be Stylin'. Love the names, by the way. The You'll Be Stylin' and Work at Wonderland. So we have both of those. And then the 2 cowls. And then there's other options. So there's more than just 2 cowls.
Amy has
sort of like if you got the Swan Show, you remember how you guys, there were like 5 color options, 7 color but they were all different charts. And so you could make a different pattern, sort of the same idea.
Made my brain hurt as well. Look in the comments. Answer Amy's question.
Amy,
I have an answer for it.
Is there a more higher level yarn to use for the crochet? I have the VIP. Like higher level for the crochet cowl or the crochet
doesn't
sweater?
Matter.
Doesn't matter. I mean,
what's nicer yarn, Marley?
I mean, I like Swish DK a lot.
Where I was headed.
I mean, because you want it to be DK, you want it a DK or a sport. Mm-hmm. You want that. You want it because that's part of the benefit or making it so that it doesn't get all stiff. Is we're using a bigger hook and a smaller yarn, so that it doesn't get stiff. So you want a DK or a sport. I like a wool yarn. I mean, I like a wool yarn, so I like the Swish yarn for sure. I mean, of course, if you wanted to go like a hand-dyed yarn, you could always look at like Miss Babs. You could look at Jimmy Bean's wool and look at all the different yarns they have if you wanted to go different colors. I would not go a variegated. I mean, that's one thing I would say, that I would stick with solids. Of course, I've done tweeds, like that's different. I would not do a variegated. I would not do a stripe. This does not work if you just have 2 colors. I know that there are colorwork patterns out there that work like that. This is not one of those. You have to have multiple colors. But yeah, those would be, those are my top ones.
When you're looking at yarn for either of them, it doesn't matter. Acrylic is fine. It's fine. Acrylic is fine. Totally works. If you want to go next level up, head to a wool. We both really like superwash wool. That's our bag. Not everybody likes it, but that's our thing.
I like regular wool too, but
do not go.
No cotton, no bamboo, no silk.
It won't work. It just won't work. So if you're allergic to it, it's better just to stick with acrylic in this case, and make sure it's a premium acrylic.
Yes.
Like, Marley wasn't choosing things that you would make scrubbies out of or amigurumi with. Like it needs to have a nice feel to it. Yes. But like definitely make sure there's no cotton. Right. It just doesn't work. Give the drape that you need. Right. I should say it drapes too much is the problem.
It's just different. But Amy, I will tell you, I am pleasantly surprised with that Luxe Merino from Michaels. Like, I picked it because of the weight, not necessarily because of the yarn content. And I really like working with it a lot. And I don't just say that about anything. I told you guys how I don't like Caron Simply Soft. I don't like it. And again, Caron Simply Soft is going to be too flimsy. Don't use it. Please don't use it. It's just not going to look right. But
I do think for the knitting, the Heather's 8 by Hirschner's would work.
Oh, that would work.
That would work. I like that yarn. I like that
I do too.
A lot.
I do too. The worsted twill would be good for knitting.
Ooh. Twill is one of my favorites.
Twill's really nice. You'd have to play with it a little bit because the gauge might not work, but it might be. I have some right here. I'm trying.
It's some nice stuff. That is very, very nice.
This is fingering weight. The palette is fingering weight, but I don't know if you doubled that. If you could do that for crochet, if you doubled it, it might good. No.
I don't know. I have a hard time with the crochet to begin with, and having 2 strands of it. Imagining that you're having you're carrying 4 strands, 6 strands.
Yeah.
No. Just go for something that's already twisted together.
Okay, so I don't know if they still have Andean Treasure. This is beautiful. This baby alpaca. Now here's the catch with this. Alpaca really grows. Yeah, so if you were to use alpaca, I would actually use something that had an alpaca blend. This is 100%. But because alpaca, once it adds weight, what was like a hip length sweater is going to be a duster. It's just not good. Nancy, correct. Gauge is not listed.
Alpaca was lovely. The upside. Anyway, we can keep going. Substituting yarn it's like you just keep going on forever and ever and ever. Yes, gauge is coming. It's not out yet. So right now it's just gather some things that
Friday
you think
is
you might
part
need.
of. Friday is part of the gauge lesson. I mean, I don't mind telling you gauge right now, but I just didn't want it out there too early. I don't know. I feel like it needs.
I would wait. You want, especially with the sweaters, because gauge is so important. It's just part of the lesson.
I will tell you, for the knit sweaters, you guys will see that I use size 8 needles, and I didn't transfer to a size 9. I changed that on the supply list from when you did it. I just stuck with size 8 needles.
Okay. So there's no 9s in the knit.
No, there's no 9s in the knit.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I removed them. Even if you didn't remove them, they could be there. You guys know how it works with gauge. You have to decide what's going to get you gauge, right? With this yarn specifically, I did not need to change my needle size to maintain the same gauge I got with stockinette with one color. So that's why I didn't write it. That's how that goes. Hi, Dad. That's not some creeper, guys. That's my dad. The one that says, "Hey, sweetheart." That's my dad. So Julia, you don't have to get rid of him. Hirschner's. If you guys are going to order from Hirschner's, can I give you an affiliate link?
Sure. But links.
Give me a minute. I'll give you a link to them. Everything changed, so I don't know.
Oh, it'll take you more than a minute. So
it'll take me Hirschner's, which I'm going there in 2 weeks. I'm very excited.
You'll have a good time. You'll have a really good time.
Right.
You can check out all the yarn and tell us all sorts of goodies.
I hope so. Oh, it's making me sign in again. Hold on.
I was going to tell you, I'm like, that's something you should do after the podcast, because everything has changed.
Guys, it's like the time of year where everybody decides they're going to change up their apps or change their whatever. And it's like, seriously? So hold on. I'm almost there. I'm almost at 323309. That's the authenticator thing. It changes, so I'm not worried that you guys heard it. It changes all the time.
Right.
And then I'm still learning how to do all this, guys. Link builder. That's what we want to go to. And then we're going to put this in here. If it opens up my computer. And generate link. Hey, I got one. I got it. Copy, and I'm going to put it in here. So if you guys order from Hirschner's, please use that affiliate link right there. All All right. Any other questions? Oh, it's 2:00. Robin, you have to go.
I had to go a half an hour ago.
Why didn't you say anything? Like, I literally just looked.
I was going to tell you, like, Marley, stop talking. That seems pretty rude. Marley.
Robin, I'm so sorry. I just looked at the clock because I was just going to say, well, guys, Robin has to go. Sorry.
Robin had to go half an hour ago.
Robin had to go a half an hour ago. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Absolutely forgot. I'm sorry. Okay.
This is what happens with technology problems. We got started a half an hour late. The whole thing just messed up our timeline.
I'm sorry. All right. Well, that's it for us, everybody. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. If you want to, please make sure you smash that like button, by the way. But in the comments below, if you want to tell us what you're excited about for the make-along, or, you know, if you're just like, I like the idea of the make-along, but I'm not so sure I want to do it yet. Like, what's holding you back? Let me know what's holding you back, and let me see if I can help you out and answer any questions or, you know, cure any, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. And we'll talk to you again very soon. Stay tuned for more details as they all come around. And that's it from us. Okay. Bye, Robin. I'm sorry.
Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is they'll get older. So let us dance this night away.